Ben Askren, guys, is set to face Robbie Lawler at UFC 233 in January. Do you like this booking for Askren's UFC debut? Now, we've kind of given our thoughts a little bit on the show. This is a yes and no with a little bit of a sprinkle. Dan, your thoughts?
I'm glad you came to me first. I was sitting on this one for a bit. You know, a lot of good points came in last night. I totally get anybody's perspective of I just want to see Ben Askren tested. What are we bringing him in here? If we were going to give him a big match, or if we're talking about a title fight or a fight that would get him to a title fight, why not a guy like Robbie Lawler? It's a big name. I'm not hating on that perspective. I just feel like it's tough for either man to look good here. One, Ben Askren, Robbie Lawler is one of the few guys that Ben Askren said he had respect for, so that takes out the heat portion of the game. Fine, maybe you're not into the heat or the trash talking. That's fine too. But as far as the matchup goes, I think Lawler is one of the more harder matchups for Askren you could put out there. Now, again, well, we want him to face hard matchups anyways. Maybe that's true, but the UFC is in a position right now. Stars is a funny word, but let's be real. We need people that we can put on top of cards. Both these guys fit that bill. Putting them against each other, having them knock each other off, I don't know what that does. And even if Lawler, I'm not sure what it does for Lawler, because even if Lawler wins, I'm not sure if he's going to look that impressive having to defend takedowns or not. And what's that going to do to Lawler's psyche? Does he even get excited for this fight? This feels like a very matchup that he had in Strikeforce, where he was constantly being pitted up against wrestlers, and he would show up to those fights very uninspired. So, I mean, they're just hooks that kind of have me going the other way. So I'll say no.
Joes?
I don't understand if the UFC is bringing him in because they want to have a good body, somebody that can challenge for the title, or if they're trying to make a point. To me, I think they're trying to make a point because that matchup is not a very good matchup. And you're taking one of Ben Askren's strengths, which is talk and smack, and you're matching him up against a guy who does none of that. So I don't know how you're going to sell that fight very well. I think the UFC is trying to make a point. I'd say no, this is not a good matchup.
Well, okay, then when it's unanimous, I agree with no, except for different reasons. I like the heat. I like the drama. And once he signed and we knew he was coming, he was already chirping, poking and needling Masvidal, the Diaz brothers, Perry, Darren Till. Those guys went at it. And I thought maybe, in fact, I thought that's the fight that would make Darren Till actually jump on that treadmill and do 171 one more time, because it's not a title fight, and maybe get a chance to beat up Tyron Woodley's teammate. Who knows? But we didn't get it. We're going to get this fight. And look, they're two great fighters. It should be a fun fight. It's just I don't like the booking. It's a yes or no question, and that's my sprinkle. I would have went with Till. There you have it. There's today's Daily Debate, brought to you by the MMA Junkie Radio team. The results, by the way, are 66% said yes, 34% said no, 1,278 votes were registered. So actually, most people disagreed with the three of us because we were on the no side. The hell with you guys. All right.